Right now I'm at the beautiful Domino Park in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. It's been a pretty pleasant day so far. I finished work early, came down here to Brooklyn, stopped at a nearby bakery, picked up a coffee, a really good cookie, came to the park here, relaxed, did a little reading, but the real excitement is coming up soon. That's because I'll be going to the Michelin Starred restaurant Meadowsweet for dinner. Now I'm always on the hunt for the best food, but at this point in my life, value is a very important factor when it comes to my restaurant selection. Now when I was checking out Meadowsweet's menu, the food looks really good, but what really intrigued me were the prices. They were very reasonable. Plus, I've seen a lot of pictures of the food they offer there, and the portion sizes are pretty nice. Did I actually find a New York City Michelin Starred restaurant with reasonable prices and food that will leave me filled up at the end of the meal? Well, it's almost time for the restaurant to open its doors, so let's go find out. Right outside Meadowsweet. I just realized the restaurant is in a literal triangle of Michelin Starred establishments. Right behind me here is the French Michelin Starred restaurant, Francie. And down in this direction is the iconic Michelin Starred steakhouse of Peter Luger. Plus another starred establishment, the Four Horsemen, is just a few minutes away from here. Clearly, Williamsburg is a fantastic place to eat. But with that being said, it's time to head to Meadowsweet.
Meadowsweet opened in 2014 and quickly earned their Michelin star the very next year. The comfortable atmosphere lends itself well to approachable Mediterranean-influenced new American dishes offered at reasonable prices. The menu is of decent size and is a la carte. I started off with the olive oil rolls and honey butter. While the bread service isn't free, the rolls are only $4 and they're well worth it. They're warm, fresh, have a nice punch of salt, and pair well with the butter. Although I do feel that the butter could have been a touch smoother, but that's just nitpicking. Still, the olive oil rolls were a great way to start my dinner. Next up was linguine and braised duck ragu with fresh ricotta. The first aspect of this dish that really stood out to me was its size. For a starter, it was larger than so many entree pasta portions that I've had from other Michelin starred restaurants. I really appreciated this. It's refreshing to see a starred establishment deliver filling food for a good price. The course itself was good, the pasta was perfectly cooked, and the duck was nice and tender. It really reminded me of a beef stroganoff, but with duck as a replacement protein. However, I do feel that this dish could have been expanded on. Perhaps breadcrumbs could have been added for an additional textural element or something for spice. I'm not sure what would have worked best, but I just felt that this pasta course needed something more despite being a good plate of food. My main course, however, was truly a stunner. I ordered the black sea bass with celery root, citrus, roasted fennel, leeks, parsley, salsa verde, and a Kalamata olive vinaigrette. Visually, this was a beautiful plate of food. It was colorful, interesting, and once again, a sizable portion. The dish made me smile even before I ate it, and then when I had my first bite, I was even more happy. Everything was perfectly executed. The fish was light and tender, but there was also so much more going on. I really loved the parsley salsa verde. It had great flavor but also added a bit of spice. At the same time, there's a hit of acid from the citrus and a wonderful bitterness from the olive vinaigrette. Plus there was celery root, and I love celery root. Overall, I was very pleased with this dish, but I was starting to get full. Still, there was no way in hell that I was going to skip dessert. I got a rhubarb raspberry crumble with lemon curd and a raspberry frozen yogurt. Again, it was a nice portion size, it had a good look and delivered on flavor. The crumble portion was texturally perfect with a beautiful taste of rhubarb, and the lemon curd and raspberry frozen yogurt were nice compliments. This truly was a wonderful ending to a delicious and filling meal at Meadowsweet.
That was an incredibly satisfying dinner, and the best part, I'm actually full. And I didn't have to spend over $100 to do it. Although with the tip I gave, I came pretty close to it. Still, in my opinion, that was money well spent, and one can certainly eat cheaper. I just happened to buy some of the more expensive courses. It's really nice to have a restaurant like Meadowsweet when so many restaurants in New York City are just getting more and more expensive, especially Michelin Starred establishments. In terms of affordability, Meadowsweet, I believe, serves some of the best value in terms of Michelin Starred restaurants in New York City. The food was fantastic, the portion sizes are actually filling, and the service was fantastic. I really appreciate restaurants like Meadowsweet. I really enjoyed my dinner. I can't wait to go back. It's a phenomenal establishment. I have a smile on my face, a full stomach, and my wallet is not as light as it usually is after a Michelin Starred restaurant. Today was a great day, thanks in part to Meadowsweet.